Dear ladies and gentlemen, please feel most welcome to this platform. And this is Simon Jonde, your host from Kenya Wise Nation Media. At this moment, I want to focus on the Republic of Kenya in the eastern part of Africa as a continuation of my submission that Africa is still on sale. My topic at this moment, I'll be focusing on the Republic of Kenya. Kenya is on a monthly subscription sale, and the Republic of China and others are reaping significant gains. Suppose the Kenyan government cannot do something about its massive and worrying external and internal debt. She may be under receivership and a new management from the China government officials and other key players in Kenya's debt. In that case, Kenya's economy sooner than later will be underwater unless things turn around economically. Of the economic hardships that Kenyan people are experiencing, it is correct to conclude that Kenya is broke. Let me put this forward to you again. Kenya is broke. The big question, therefore, what has happened since the new questionable government took control of the Republic of Kenya? During the campaign period before the Kenyan general election on August 15, 2022, two leading contenders each submitted to the Kenyans the manifesto of how they would steer the country toward social and economic independence. The Kenyan people on August 15, 2020 decided, and the IEBC declared William Samoei Ruto as the fifth president-elect of the United Democratic Alliance Party of Kenya. However, the Azimio Party leader, the former Kenyan Prime Minister, rejected the outcome of the Kenyan 2022 presidential election after losing by a mere margin. Raila went to the Kenyan Supreme Court and sued the president-elect's government for allegedly rigging the Kenyan presidential general election. However, without going into much detail about that case, the plaintiff Raila Odinga lost the case to his defendant, the incumbent president, Dr. William Ruto. Since last year's Kenyan general election, the economy of Kenya has continued to worsen until the government of Kenya has delayed, let me put this again, delayed paying salaries to its civil servants in the current times. President Ruto and his government promised Kenyans that he would revive the economy and reduce the price of Kenya's staple food, the maize flour, to 70 Kenya shillings per 2 kilogram maize flour packet. My question is, did Kenyans make a huge mistake by giving President Ruto a chance? It is still early to tell, ladies and gentlemen. However, the many indications that Kenyans are suffering, and the suffering is huge and seems to be worse than it is presented. Kenyans are eavesdropping on every piece of news in awe, especially Many Kenyans who elected the current government, who have started casting doubt regarding their choice of the government they elected. These Kenyans selected the UDA government because it articulated the struggles of ordinary Kenyans and presented a more appealing government model to deal with most Kenyans' hardships. Some of the most attractive projects this government promised were food security and affordable housing for ordinary Kenyan citizens. The hashtag Hasras, we remember that. The government requested Kenyans to give its leadership just 6 months after inauguration. After that period, according to the Kenyan presidency, price of food, housing, and other essential commodities would come down as planned. Unfortunately, the time expired, and the government of Kenya still needs to fulfill its promises. Let me say this again. The government of Kenya still needs to fulfill its promises. According to some political pundits, the alleged mistake that the current government has made is the increase of the government wage bill and other non-essential supplementary budget expenses. This colossal mistake has come from expanding the government and creating unconstitutional offices to accommodate the friends of the government and surprising buyouts. Reason here. Surprising buyouts of the Azimio party members at the expense of the citizens who elected their representatives in the county governments, county assembly, the Kenyan parliament, and the Kenyan Senate. In other words, the current Kenyan government has displayed incompetence in governing the Republic of Kenya. Period. Incompetence. Total incompetence. That is what the government of Kenya has displayed. From what is happening now in the Republic of Kenya, her citizens have an enormous duty to safeguard their sovereignty and uphold the constitution by the people for the Kenyan people. Kenyans should hold the government responsible and decide on the way forward because it seems the Kenyan government needs to pay more attention to its people and is only concentrating on expanding the government in preparation for the 2027 general elections. Another worrying aspect is that no one knows precisely how much the current government is paying toward its external and internal debts. Therefore, according to me, if you may ask, it is worth fighting for if Kenyans can request their government to publish the books of accounts and all the government-related budgets on the government public platform. And this is for scrutiny by the Kenyan people and other non-biased invited parties. I have come to the end of my topic, and this is yours truly, Simon Jonde from Kenya Wise Nation. Today's focus was the Kenyan economy in the continent of Africa. This platform is for education, entertainment, and the opinion opinions and viewpoints in this video are mine. If you have been educated and entertained, please subscribe and click the notification bell for an update once a new video arrives. Adios.